Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm here today with nAts from Team Liquid who just kicked Heretic's ass, if I may say so myself. Well, first of all, I want to hear from you. What are your initial thoughts on the match?
I think the match went good, honestly. I think in a bit here and there we didn't secure some rounds, but I think we won the rounds that we shouldn't win, honestly. But I mean, we played the game that I think we were struggling to show the last games, and I think Bind was a great example of that. So, I mean, it was enjoyable to be on the server today.
And in the beginning of Kickoff, it was a bit rough for you. You lost your two initial matches and you didn't have Wayne on the roster. Is that why it was going so rough, or why do you think things have changed and you started winning now?
I think it's a lot about trying to understand your identity on in the team, and I think that's most of the teams are struggling, and not just struggling, trying to understand during the kickoff, because kickoff is the first tournament, actual tournament where you can understand if your system works or not. And some teams snipe it and they start good, and some teams miss it and start in the rough place and trying to change something between during the tournament. And I think for us it was both because we didn't have the time to prepare with Wayne. We played the first match without Wayne. So I would say it was a mix of both this time.
So you feel like you've kind of gotten to get your identity now?
I think now we're understanding more and more what we need to work on and what is actually us playing Valorant rather than something more forced.
Mm. And through Kickoff, what have you learned? What have you worked on the most, do you think?
I think understanding more people and players, because first tournaments is always like that, where you need to understand the strengths and the weaknesses of each player and how to help them. And overall, for the whole kickoff, no matter how the tournament will go, we'll be still learning. Even today's game was a learning experience for all of us. It's just you learn with the wins, you learn with the losses, and that's it.
Mm. Yeah, because you have a bunch of new players on the team. How has it been working with them and finding yourself within the team?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's every single year is a change of three players, unfortunately. Every single year is honestly, I would say the same. You're trying to understand the players first. You're trying to understand the system you want to build first. I mean, since the coaches stayed this year, it's a little bit easier because you don't need to grow the relationship between IGL and the coaching staff. So you only need to grow something inside of the team, but it always takes time. It's very, very long process to create a chemistry, to create a team who is following the same goal. I would say it like this. Even though we are all following the same goal, but it's like from a different sides, everyone. You need to understand how people like to play the game, how they like to respond in that certain situation, and that's only time show that things.
Mm. And you have a big role in that building because you're an IGL. Is it very, like, going from last year's team to this team, do you think there's a lot of differences how you IGL, or do you still do kind of the same thing?
From a leader perspective, I think the same. From the IGLing part, I would say it's here and there different, but I'm still learning because it's a lot about team and what each individual brings to the server. So I think the leader part, leading the team, I think it's the same, but IGL is here and there different.
And we talked a bit in September, and I asked you if you were happy with where you were personally, both fragging wise and IGLing, and you said that you weren't really where, like, at the level you wanted to be yet. Do you feel like you're getting more closer to both fragging and being an IGL at the level you want to be?
I don't think I'll be at the level ever that I want to be. I think it's a very, very high level to be at, and every time I'm becoming better, every time I increase my goals, I would say. So, but I see some improvements, but I would say it's in a different small things, and I think it's a lot depending on the different stuff, and I think I'm getting better at the point of understanding what is affecting and what's not, rather than specifically focusing on the killing and IGLing part.
Because today we also saw you absolutely fragging on Viper on Bind. Do you enjoy those moments where you can kind of like let loose and just go for it?
I mean, that's the way I like to play the game, honestly. There is a lot of people playing different Valorant, and especially nowadays, I don't think there is a one way to play the game. It's like I don't know the word in English, the masterpiece maybe, but I'm not sure. You just draw your own picture on the server. And you do that and you put the fundamentals on top of it, the fundamentals of the shooter game, and you just play the game. And that's what I also like to do on the server, especially when you can express yourself there.
Does it matter for a team that much to go to a Masters or like miss a Masters? How important is it to early in the year go to an international event?
I don't think it's really important. I think the most important thing is to understand what you're working with, to understand the system for the team specifically, because you would rather not qualify and have time to prepare, to rebuild, to have a good structure for the rest of the year, rather than qualify and rush always and be like in a rush to choose this, choose that. So I think it's just the time depending, and that's why I think the kickoff is partly that. If you're qualifying, that means either you are really playing good or you have a good system around the team.
Do you think it will be a very different international scene with so many roster changes?
I'm not sure, honestly. I didn't think about that before we qualify. I'm more focused on the game by game rather than focusing on international. There is some solutions for international that I think we will need to use, but it's only when the moment will come.
But you're a bit prepared.
I would say prepared from the last experience rather than me actually thinking and analyzing how is it better for the Masters for this specific team.
Mm. And then to finish off, I just wanted to like ask, going forward, what will we see from Liquid? What will you like focus on or build up?
We'll try to show the level of the game that we showed today and try to show us actually playing the game rather than what was the first games. Here and there, some random Valorant. I think that's what the fans should expect.